What is up, comic fam, and welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and today we are going to be revisiting the Amalgam universe of comic books. If you want to know what that is and how to win an Ultimate Fallout 4, don't go anywhere. Check this out. Big shout out to the channel sponsor, Big Time Collectibles. Thank you so much for sponsoring the monthly giveaway for the Legion loot. Be sure to check them out at bigtimecollectibles.com. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, check out our friend Justin out over on Instagram. Use that promo code WeAreLegion and take advantage of the special offers he's running right now. And if you want to know how to be entered in to win an Ultimate Fallout 4 and a CGC 9.4, stick around for later in the video and we'll go into that as well. But first, we're going to be revisiting the Amalgam universe. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a little while and didn't really know how to do it since I don't do too much of the editing stuff and all that. But I came across an awesome stack of Amalgam Comics at Dead Media Collectibles. It's a local shop here in Augusta, Georgia. Be sure to check them out. They're on Facebook and Instagram as well. And I picked up a bunch of them. So I just wanted to do something with them and take the time to actually look through some of them and talk about them with people who watch the content. So first off, the Amalgam universe is exactly like it sounds. It's a combination of two multiple universes, and beyond that, it's actually two different publishers. So back in 1996, DC Comics and Marvel Comics came to an agreement and started publishing brand new characters that they shared the rights to. And it all started, first and foremost, inside the pages of DC versus Marvel. This is a 4-issue event. This is probably one of the best comic book memories I have. This is one of the first comic book memories I have. Back in 1996, even a little bit before, you would go to your shop and they had postcards with the main 5 fights that were going to be taking place in this, where you, the fan, could check out one of those boxes and mail it back in and determine the winner. So I'm sure that they were very honorable at both companies, and they did right by the fans and had the most votes win, or they didn't, who knows. But the primary fights were Superman and the Hulk, Flash and Quicksilver, Wonder Woman and Storm, Batman and Captain America, and Wolverine and Lobo. And I'm not going to tell you how that turns out. You need to go read it for yourself. But it was amazing. It was really fun. Like I said, it was a 4-issue event. The titles crisscross names with each issue, number 2 being Marvel versus DC. And you would see that the writers would flip-flop with it, from Ron Mars to I think it's Peter David. And they would flip back and forth. But as you see from this cover, there's 2 giant entities in the back, or what are called the brothers. They are the physical embodiment representing their respective universes. So you had a blue brother for DC and a red brother for Marvel Comics. And in the context of the story, they became aware of each other and wanted to destroy each other, thus destroying the other one's respected universes. And there was a character called Access that was co-owned by both companies, that was created for this, that was aware of the brothers, could see the brothers and bounce between the universes. And in the story, the Spectre and the Living Tribunal from Marvel got together and fused the brothers together in an attempt to save both universes. And then in issue number 4, you saw the effects of this being fused together. And that effect was none other than the creation of the Amalgam universe, where we start seeing the lines being blurred of these characters, and they started blending together. And it brought us a huge list of amazing characters that were really fun, most of them appearing after the fact in their own one-shot comic and reappearing in other people's comics and stuff. But it gave us a total of 24 different one-shots. They did them for 2 years. They gave us 12 issues that came out in context or in continuity between the pages of issue 3 and 4, and 12 issues the following year when they revisited the whole storyline with a book called Access. It was a 4-issue miniseries. I don't have these on hand to show you better pictures of or anything, but they came out with this just to kind of tie in the other 12 that they did the following year in 1997. So let's go through and look at some of these and how awesome they were. And I definitely want to see some feedback in the comments on this one about like which one really stands out to you, or what would have been some great combinations in your mind. But first and foremost, you got to start with the big boy there. And we had Super Soldier issue number 1. It's an obvious mashup of Superman and Captain America. That was definitely at the top of my awesome list right there. It's just it looks iconic on iconic, infused with iconic. And then next up, this was a really cool one too. This is called Dark Claw. It was a mashup of the Dark Knight Batman with Wolverine of all people. That was a wicked combination right there. And then keeping with the Trinity here, we had Wonder Woman with Storm. And you can really see the influence of the era and just how big the X-Men were at the time, because I mean they've got two of the big three right there with Storm and Wolverine. But just some amazingness. And here's another one of my favorites that kind of goes into the context of the actual event. This is Doctor Strange Fate, who is actually a mashup of not just Doctor Strange and Doctor Fate, but Professor X as well. So there's actually three of them in there. And in the story, Doctor Strange Fate was also aware of what was going on with the brothers, with the Spectre, Living Tribunal, and Access, and played a huge part in unseparating the brothers at the end of that fourth issue, kind of saving the universe and everything. But this one, dude, this one is phenomenal. You have the Metal Men from DC mashed up with Magneto. It's Magneto and his Metallic Men. That's just Dr. Magnus and the Metal Men. Perfect. And then this is, I think this was the Flash and Ghost Rider. The Speed Demon. Another pretty wicked one. And I know there were some trading cards back in the day for this as well, because I had that. And then we had Bullets and Bracelets, Castle and Diana together again. So this is where Wonder Woman also appears. You have Princess Diana with somebody, I guess Mockingbird or something. You got Frank Castle and I think Bruce Wayne. I'm not 100% sure on that mashup. If you know better than me on this mashup, leave me a comment below. Let me know. So here's a cool one. X-Force mixed with the Doom Patrol. So shout out to Taylor Winder. I know he'd like to see this one. And you actually have Elastigirl keeping her name. Fero Man, like Fireman with Colossus there. Shatterstar, and Starfire, straightforward. Niles Cable. So Niles Cauldron, who's the Professor X of the Doom Patrol, that predates Professor X, is actually with Cable. And then Beastling. That is just wicked. Now here's a super cool one. This is one that like everyone would probably expecting at the time, but JLX, the Justice League of America mixed with the X-Men in their own book at last, it says. This is just wicked. I can't even begin to try to figure out some of the mashups in this, but you have some obvious Cyclops, Aquaman, Rogue, Nightcrawler, and the Creeper mixed up together there. You have Fire is mixed up with Phoenix. And this little creepy looking dude, I guess that's supposed to be Quicksilver with somebody, but man, I can't get them all, that's for sure. It almost looks like Aquaman should be mixed up with Lobo on that, with that chain and everything. It's just some wickedness. But then they did the Assassins. And those are all from the first arc of them, the first 12 that they did. I think that's 10 of them. I'm missing 3 total from all of the Amalgam stuff. But during that second run, they started getting a little more obscure with it, hitting some stuff, and also going back and revisiting the ones that they definitely probably knew they wanted to in that first run that didn't have space. And one of my favorites is definitely Thorian of New Asgods. So this is clearly Orion and Thor mashed up. Thanos and Darkseid were actually mashed up in this to bring us Thanoside, which was really dope. And this is a John Romita Jr. cover, which this is the one I'm taking to Heroes Con at the end of the month when I get a chance to meet JR. And this is what I wanted to get him to sign for my PC. I think that'd be a great one. And Iron Man and Green Lantern became Iron Lantern. And this is another awesome one. And shout out to Mark Spector Comics for shooting me this in an AOK. It's Lobo the Duck. There it is. There he is. And they even revisited some of the other characters in like Super Soldier, Man of War. It looks like an old throwback to those 50s and 40s war era comics. Revisited JLX with JLX Unleashed. They revisited X-Patrol. And then we got Challengers of the Unknown. Perfectly paired with the Fantastic Four, with Challengers of the Fantastic. That is amazing. You got Dr. Octopus mixed with Reed Richards. You got Thing with 4 arms. It's just an awesomeness. Like, I don't know where they came up with some of these. And here's one of my favorite characters from the mashup was Spider-Boy. And this is not his number 1. That was in volume 1. But he did appear in his volume 2 as well in Spider-Boy Team Up. And he's got Legion, featuring Legion of the Galactic Guardians 2099. So you've got Legion of Superheroes, Guardians of the Galaxy 2099, all melded together and led up by Spider-Boy, which was Superboy and Spider-Man. At the time, it was Ben Reilly Spider-Man and Connor Kent Superboy, which that fight was included. That was one you voted on as well. That was included inside the pages of the primary title. Then Magneto and his Magnetic Men featuring Magneto. So they just had a lot of content they clearly wanted to do. Bat Thing, which was Man Thing and Man Bat. And then finally, instead of Generation X, you had Jonah Hex rolling in Generation Hex. Like, dude, there's just so much they can play with, so much awesomeness, and it makes you wonder why don't they do more of this kind of stuff? You know, we got the Perez JLA Avengers crossover. We've got this DC versus Marvel / Marvel versus DC crossover. They did the Teen Titans X-Men crossover in the past. Why don't we get more of these crossovers? Clearly, they perform well for fans. They perform well for these companies. And I can't think of the logistic nightmare it must be for these companies to try to get down something on pen and paper and finalize for the legality end of it. But they should do it more often or do something, because these things are a blast to do. It's total fan service. You get some of the biggest names that you enjoy reading, and you just get to have fun playing with these characters. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to be enjoyed. And this is probably the greatest form of fun that I can think of from the creator standpoint to deliver to us. You know, how could anyone complain about these things? But leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the Amalgam universe. Did you read any of this stuff? Do you collect any of these? I know my boy Headquake Jr. over on Instagram will appreciate this video. Big shout out to Jeff Kendrick. Appreciate you supporting the channel and your love for Amalgam. Same with you, Brother John. And until next, forgot. Almost went on autopilot there. If you're interested in winning an Ultimate Fallout 4 CGC 9.4 white pages, which is the first appearance of Miles Morales, this is being given away in partnership with DJ Links. So this is an epic channel members crossover event that we're rocking right now. So if you look down below, you see that blue button and it says join. That's how you become a channel member. And we're kind of pairing this out and trying to give the most benefit to those that are members of both of our channels. So if you're a member of the Link Squad, you get 2 entries. If you're already a member of the Legion, you also get 2 entries. But if you're a member of both channels, you'll get 5 entries into winning this Ultimate Fallout 4. The drawing will take place at the beginning of August. It's open now to enter. You have to be entered before the end of this month and maintain your membership through next month. It is a 2-month-long giveaway. So be sure to check that out. If you have any questions, hit myself up on Instagram or DJ Links. My Instagram link is in the description of all my videos. And until next time, guys, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.